Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
It's a stadium known for its design, its noise, and a fan base so passionate. Brock, you know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome, everybody, to Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, we have an NFC fighting store between the New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. Well, a tough start for both of these teams, still searching for their first one of the season as we get going into week 3. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. They got to him early, and they laid a big hit on him.
Well, that's a case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, well, the coverage team sticks him with a really long field ahead.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gives you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
Ready? Go side.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Looking for his back, but it will not find him. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down. And we talked about it earlier, brought a losing streak into the building with them. That is not a good start towards breaking that streak as they go 3 and out.
No, you want to bust that narrative, and the best way to do that is to start fast, and, well, once again, they're not.
Has it at the 45. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now, elsewhere on the return, there's an injured player in need of some attention, which he will get as trainers head his way.
Okay, ready?
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he's out of bounds at the opposing 15-yard line. How about a big hitter? 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15.
Here we go, set. Make T call,
They stay on the ground with Kamara. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, who are going to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Here we go.
Throwing, Chuck. Finds him over the middle. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Back to 60. Take off.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Seahawks swarming him, and down he goes. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Out comes the kick team to attempt this field goal. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. Smith able to put it through. And that'll mark their first appearance in our scoring summary today.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, a little early momentum with that field goal.
His return starts at the 5. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. First and 10, Darnold. That's a catch, Jackson Smith-Njigba. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Red 80.
Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Down with a quick pass out wide. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Seahawks take a 4-point lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. First and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. To throw, Shuck. Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. He's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Shuck. Gets it to Juwan Johnson. And He'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. They will not get another play off. We're at the end of one. 7-3 is our score. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at first down here. Motioning the tight end left. Kamara now on 1st and 10. He sells it just a couple of yards on that carry, and that brings up second down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Now shut to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a second quarter lead. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints push their lead to 3. Reed now to kick this one away. Shaheed now to return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Seahawks take over first down 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
The 33-yard line.
From the gun, Darnold. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Defended by Emmanuel Mosley.
The lady.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. On the move, headed right. In the hands of his running back, Walker. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Here goes set.
The play clock runs out. This will be a delay. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. Now Darnold out to play action. He rolls to his right. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. So now it's 2nd and long.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. And again, it's Darnold. Throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 8.
3rd and long for him here. Downfield, that finds Shaheed. All the way, touchdown Seattle! The Seahawks take a second quarter lead.
I know you got a mixture looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Myers gets the point after the go. And the Seahawks take a 4-point lead.
Saints 10. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Massive hits. The ball's out. And they steal it back on the return. And he's going to return this to the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks now lead by 10. That is the type of hit Brock delivered precisely to separate him from the football. And good luck to anybody trying to hold on through that.
And if you get a fumble on a return, a lot of times with how the personnel is displaced in position, you can find a lane for an immediate return. And sometimes that open space even extends the whole way to the end zone for 6.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They're going to start on the ground with Camara. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Running back sent in motion. 1st and 10. Here's Shuck. It's caught right side by Johnson. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. They run it from the gun with Camara. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. Shuck. Screen here for Camara. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Saints first down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. Now, that's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on a screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Slot man motioned over. Shuck now on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Shuck now from the gun. Completed over the middle. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. They'll air it out on third. Got a man. Bailey has it. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
20. That's another Saints first down.
Kamara can't push it across. They make the stand, and it looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, second and goal. And instead of pushing for the line, look at that, he's pushed backwards to the 5. We have a timeout here, second one taken by New Orleans. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Chuck now on third and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints make it a 1-score game before halftime. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision, but when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
Chuck and the Saints offense still out there. They're going for 2.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Caught at the 1. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead. Only a field goal now.
18.
They get the 2 out of it, partner. Nicely done. But into double coverage. Felt like they kind of got away with one there.
That is a quarterback's best friend. I can't tell you how many times your players, your teammates, your offensive skill guys around you come back to huddle. Just say, give me a chance. Please, just give me a chance. Throw it up. I'll make you look good. And he did right there.
All right, so they're going to take over at the 39. Nice effort there.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. Complete to Walker on the check down. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's second and inches. Now Darnold. That's caught beyond the marker. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds. Manages a gain of 3 there. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Here's Darnold, first and 10. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a third one's coming at some point.
Final throw before the break. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out.
60 Eagles, 60.
Coming left is Miller. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12.
Let's go.
Off the play action, Chuck. Taken in by Vele, right side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. So we have to pause here. Team officials saw what we did. We've got a Seahawk that is injured out there. They're going to tend to him now. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Shotgun snap to Shuck. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
So first down from the 41. Shuck working from the gun. Taking a chance to the end zone. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
To throw again here, it's Shuck. Gets it to him on the screen. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Now Shuck on 3rd and long. It's too close to the sideline, and it's going to be out of bounds. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 4th and long. Here comes the Saints punting unit. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. Has good room at the 35. Through the 45. Kenneth Walker. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks push their lead further to start the half. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. One after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks make it a 10-point ball game. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Set to return this, Trey Palmer. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Shuck. Buys time, rolling right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually, the only option left was to throw it away.
Following the incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 now from the 30. Now Shuck to throw. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They'll throw third and long. This is a heater going deep. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it. But couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing fourth down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
Punt team on the field. It'll be Tress Way doing the honors. Gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this first and 10. Walker now from the gun. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
First and 10, Darnold. Incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Elijah Arroyo, the target on that throw. So it's second down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. From the gun, Darnold. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on third down than they did on second. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Myers' kick is good, and that pushes the lead up to 13.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. On the return, here's Palmer. Good work so far. He's got room. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. Saints to the line now. First and 10. Throwing now off the play action. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
after a good pickup. They're set up with second and short. They'll go play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Let's go. 60 Bison. 60.
Zone read here, the handoff to Camara. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be fourth down.
A loss of 2 yards.
Full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. Fourth down, here's Shuck. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. We've set it downs from 37. Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. Escapes out to the left. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Warriors, 17. Come on. Set. Got 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Here's the backup. First throw. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. With 3rd and 10 coming up, they felt comfortable going ahead and declining that penalty. Defense gunning for a stop here. It's third down. Third and long for him here. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, defender there to knock it away, and he's able to do just that. Fourth down coming up.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll give him a 16-point advantage.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Shuck. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So second down coming up.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Finds him over the middle. Rolling into enemy territory. Oh, this big guy is moving. He is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they could score some lengthy touchdowns, too, just like he showed off.
We'll pause now for an injury. That's Alvin Kamara, who's shaken up as the trainers head out to look at him. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Shaheed now to return. Good work so far. He's got room. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. And we'll pause here for an injured Saints player. Looks like he's pretty shaken up. They'll get someone out to look at him. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Throwing here, Darnold. To the left, he's got Arroyo. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. A gain of 26 yards there. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play into a great play.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Seahawks with it, currently with a not quite so comfortable lead. From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, they'll throw. And again, it's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions. It made this 3rd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. Chased out to his right. This is Cox. That's Walker. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
1st and goal. Here's Walker. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Situational football. Looking at 1st and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
This one's caught.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that's way too much risk for that reward.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Forced out to his right. They did it! He made the interception! Jonathan Jones makes the play. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, and throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick. You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game. He'll throw it. Good strike downfield to Olave. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
1st down, New Orleans.
Shuck now from the gun. Taken in by Hill, right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Out of the gun, a give to him. Makes the tackle. And he'll get it up to the 44. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Saints trail by 8.
And the Saints first down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Putting a receiver in motion. Here's Shot. First and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he dodged the tackle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. And I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints cut it to just 2 late in the game. So there's part 1, Brock. They get the touchdown that they desperately needed. Now you'd imagine it comes a try for 2.
Yeah, and this might be just as tough as to go get that touchdown they just did because, well, they work on 2-point conversions, but they're difficult. This is also a must-have, though, Kate, if they want to try and force overtime.
That was the play they needed. Now gotta hope your defense or special teams can come through and get you that football back.
And the sooner the better, too, because time is not their friend. They always have the onside kick to bail them out, but after that, it might be time for this D coordinator to crank up the aggression meter, and you know every one of these defenders will be attacking the ball.
And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout.
He was taken down.
The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first.
It's a loss of 2.
As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
At the 24-yard line.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this third down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Looking to throw. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. That's DeMario Davis. And the Saints take over with a chance to win this game. So they'll head up here first and 10 from the 34. Now an inside handoff to Miller. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Running once more with Miller. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be third down. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Let's go.
Looking to throw it. It's on the in route. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, You're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days. When you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Set up!
Ooh, maybe some nerves there. He moved early on 4th down. Now we're going to see if this affects their choice to go for it. So now the field goal unit runs on in a very big spot. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. It has enough leg, and it's good from deep. And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
You know what I love about that, Kate? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
Shaheed now to return. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
1st and 10 from the 32. Back to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT. And the Saints make the play that should win them this game. We have seen this happen before, partner. 3 interceptions in a row. We're going to spare the quarterbacks who've done it. Not going to mention any names, but, man, not a list that he wanted to join.
Yeah, he probably stopped throwing. Like, stop throwing. You see that out loud?
No, that was out loud. Yeah. So this will win on the road for the Saints. And they got the field goal when it mattered most.